Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. I need to ensure that I have an audience that's alive and kicking post-lunch. You know, in university circles, we call this the graveyard shift. The session that happens immediately after lunch, when people are full of food and you have to find a way to weave their thoughts and get into their minds. So I have an onerous responsibility for the next 20 minutes to keep you engaged, awake, post a fabulous lunch. I want to first of all thank His Excellency Dr. Rashid for organizing these intellectually stimulating conferences. We recently had a very exciting initiative with the institution that he organizes, or he runs, leads, Sharjah Electricity and Water Authority. We had the privilege of taking some of the senior managers to Singapore. That's a story for another day. This afternoon, I'm going to share with you something on how do you reimagine marketing. Marketing has been there as long as humanity has been. We've been there to brand each other. We've been branding cows. We've been branding hotels. We've been branding houses. We've been branding individuals. It's been the history of branding, which is the history of humanity. But I have a very interesting story for you this afternoon. A story of an industry that was virtually losing its steam, technically and metaphorically. This was an industry which used to drive the wheels of industry a couple of centuries back. It was the railway industry, and the brand in question is German Rail. Over the years, German Rail realized that the number of passengers who were using their rail systems dramatically reduced, thanks to advanced transportation systems, low-cost airfares. People had the privilege of going all over the world at lower costs, and they were virtually neglecting an age-old system of transportation, the railways. So German Railways used some very interesting techniques, artificial intelligence, data analytics, to look at something to get people to rethink rail travel and probably look at how they can forget flying and look at rail travel. And this was the result which I'd like to show you for this meeting.
This was just the beginning. Then we asked ourselves, how can we bring even more relevance and attention to each comparison? First, we developed an algorithm that searches for look-alike photographs. Through Facebook data, we found travel enthusiasts like Lucas who are interested in specific destinations. Geo-targeting pinpoints Lucas' current location and the closest airport. Another algorithm finds the destination airport. A search engine identifies the cheapest flight price for Lucas in real time. A unique social media price comparison, completely automated in an infinite number of variations.
I think the message is very subtle but very clear, that when you include amazing ideas with great technology, brilliant magic happens. The proof of the pudding, as we saw on the statistics, is in the increase in sales, increase in the awareness, and this campaign is now going viral. I mean, people like us share it in various forums, and you have this happening time and time again. This is the world where we come to an exponential equation of things that can happen. We live in times when anything and everything can be grown exponentially. And we call it the 10x rules, which was pioneered by the Moonshot Factory in Google, but then now it's becoming more an order in industry after industry. And a lesson from that for the marketing professional sitting here would be the exponential marketing, which is how you reimagine marketing in times of disruption. My area of research is positive psychology, so like is excellency, happiness is a very passionate area for me. And we believe, because of the latest science from neuroscience, we know it's our perspectives that make our world better. So if you believe that we live in incredible times, notwithstanding what the media tells you, you can understand that it happens. And by the way, I need to put this record straight. Right from morning, we've been bashing Nokia, right? Nokia is a case study in terms of innovation greatness, and then from the heights to a dramatic fall. But I don't know how many of you know the latest story of Nokia, that it's actually resurging. It's coming back with a bang, and the reason behind that has nothing to do with technology. It has a lot to do with human beings. In 2012, when they were at the depths of depression, the chairman of the board was changed along with 3 key board members. And what they brought in was the emotional human quotient. And from there, they started talking about authenticity. They started talking about transparency. Long story short, 6 years further down, Nokia is climbing back to its same heights of supremacy. There's a whole story about it. There's a New York Times best-selling book written by the current chairman. Time permits, please read that. So I still believe we live in incredible times.